Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. This is Scott Reisch of Crime Talk, and today on the docket, two quick items. First, are judges really supposed to follow the law? And two, everybody has a price to roll on their co-conspirators. Let's talk about it. Good day, Crime Talk aficionados. This is Scott Reisch of Crime Talk, and thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like our video if you like it, and please hit that notification if you would like to receive a notification of when we're going live or put out new content. We do appreciate it. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon if you choose to do so. It is all appreciated. We know that any success that we've had here could not and would not be possible without you, the subscribers. So thank you very much. First on the docket, do judges really have to follow the law? There's a case in Massachusetts where a judge by the name of Shelley Joseph had a defendant in her courtroom. She was tipped off to the fact that ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, was there to arrest this particular defendant and take him to ICE for potential deportation. He also had a warrant in another jurisdiction as well for an alcohol-related offense. The judge and a court administrator helped the defendant go out the back door to avoid apprehension by ICE on that particular day. The United States attorney filed conspiracy charges against the judge and the court administrator. And a lot of people don't think that this is fair. And some 61 retired judges have filed a brief with the U.S. District Court asking that the case be dismissed. They're claiming that this will have a chilling effect upon all judges if a judge is prosecuted for such a thing as alleged in this particular case. Ladies and gentlemen, judges have to follow the law. I can tell you, I have had so many judges say, I'm sorry to have to do this to you and your client, Mr. Reisch, but I have to follow the law. I cannot tell you how many times over the course of 25 years where a judge has said, oh, well, we were preparing today. We noticed that your client has a warrant for their arrest in another jurisdiction. Will you please have your client go with the sheriff or have a seat in the jury box while the sheriff comes to the courtroom where they'll be arrested? No judge has ever said, you can leave now and let me help you take your client out the back door so the sheriff doesn't get them. Why? Because that would be against the law. As an officer of the court, if I knew that my client had a warrant, I could not tell him to run. I would lose my law license. So I get what the judge was trying to do. They may have animosity towards ICE. They don't like that ICE comes to courthouses and arrests people, and they believe that it has a chilling effect for people that are here illegally not to want to participate in the court system because they fear apprehension. Most district attorneys kind of have an understanding that that won't take place in the courthouse. A lot of jurisdictions also won't even cooperate with ICE these days because they say it's not our job to let people, to let the federal authorities know that a potentially wanted or person who is subject to removal is being released from custody. I've personally seen many a person arrested by ICE and or other federal agents when they're leaving the courtroom or when they're leaving the courthouse. But I've yet to see any judges try to prevent that by showing anyone out the back door. I think this judge made a serious mistake. Whether she liked the law or not as written, that's not for her to say. If she has a problem with it, the judges and their judicial associations should ask the legislature to change the law, but they don't get to ignore the laws that they don't like, because that's what we're asking the courts to do, to rule on the law, whether you like it or not. As Justice Scalia said, as a judge, if you are always coming to the result that you like, that you're happy with, then you're not being a good judge, because there are going to be decisions a judge doesn't have, that there are going to be decisions that a judge will make that they will not like. But that is the law. We'll see how this plays out. I think the judge has problems. We'll wait and see. I've been wrong before. I'm sure I'll be wrong again someday. I am not perfect, I assure you of that. Next on the docket, everyone will roll. So there's a case in New York City where a rapper by the name of Tekashi 6ix9ine rolls on his 9 Trey Gangster Blood gang to avoid going to prison for the rest of his life in a criminal enterprise. Now, Mr. Tekashi 6ix9ine, whose real name is Daniel Hernandez, took the stand last week in New York and talked about various acts of violence he says he witnessed while running the gang, including shootings, assaults, and drug trafficking. Although he only witnessed it, but as a gang member, as a leader of the gang, he just witnessed it. He had no idea it was actually going to take place. Why? Because he's trying to save himself. Well, he pled guilty and is awaiting sentencing, but he agreed to testify against his fellow gang members to avoid a 47-year prison sentence. Now, it's unclear how long Mr. Tekashi 6ix9ine is going to actually go to prison, but he is supposed to do some prison time and get out. Now, I'm not sure if Mr. Tekashi 6ix9ine has really thought this out as to whether it's going to be safe, but he'll probably be sent and put into some sort of protective custody for his time, and he can then get out and pursue his lucrative rap career, which he says the only reason the gang kept him around was that he used his money from his rap career to help fund the gang in their criminal enterprise. We'll see how things work out, and I guess we'll have to keep a Jeffrey Epstein watch on Tekashi 6ix9ine to see if he decides to commit suicide while being held at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in New York. That's all we have today for Crime Talk. Have a great day. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, and please leave us a comment. Do you think the judge should have to follow the law? Do you think Tekashi 6ix9ine is going to have a Jeffrey Epstein suicide event? Let me know. Let's talk about it.